All right, so now that I have this information here, maybe I want to total things out. I want to see like the amount paid, current due, total amount contract hours for all the nonprofits. So going back into layout view on the design tab, when you're clicked on different fields, names up at the top, you're going to see that totals isn't available. But if you click on values within there, the records, the totals become available. So I can click on, for instance, amount paid's values in the different records, and I can use a sum function. And then you can see that it will sum it not only for the client type, so the nonprofits is all summed up, but it's actually doing it for each other area and a total all the way at the bottom. I can do the same thing for the current due, the total amount, and the contract hours, just doing a sum overall. Now, let's say, for instance, that one of them comes out in a format that you're not liking, like this 14,800 needs to be in a currency format. I'm going to go ahead and go to the Format tab, and this should look very familiar to you, including this number section, which is very familiar from Excel. So I can go ahead and apply a currency format to this, and it will cascade through all of the other three. And then I can go down to the total overall and change that as well. I can also take all of these totals by holding Shift on my keyboard and clicking the overall totals and give them like a background color so that they stand out more. I could even like bold them, all those kinds of things so that they stand out as overall totals. Another thing we can do that's kind of cool is we can actually apply conditional formatting in here. And if you recall, conditional formatting is where when something meets a specific condition, like it's greater than 1,000, it will become a different format, like maybe it'll bold or it'll become red, something like that. So what we can do is we can go ahead and select the current due area, and we're going to, on the Format tab, use this control formatting group and do a conditional format. The conditional format will allow us to do that for whatever we selected, and we've currently selected current due, and we're then going to add a new rule. This should also look somewhat familiar because you've made rules before, maybe not at this level, but we've done conditional formats before where like, if it's equal to 1,000, make it red, those kinds of things. So what we're gonna do is have, if the field value is between, we're actually gonna change the between to greater than or equal to. So if the field value, if this number right here is greater than or equal to 1,000, we're going to go ahead and make the font be red. So instead of this here, it's currently set to no format. You can say no format set. We're going to change that to red. And now you can see the text is red. We can then click OK. It'll show you that if the value is greater than or equal to 1,000, it's going to format it as red. We're going to hit apply, click OK. And any value that is greater than 1,000 in that field column has now been changed to red. So what's really cool is we can go ahead and keep this, and then what's nice is that these values update. Like, let's go make a change here. So I'm going to go ahead and save this and close it. I'm going to go to clients here, and I'm going to go to Babbage and make the current due, instead of 500, I'm going to make it 1,500. So right here, I'm adjusting it. Now, if I go to the client financial report, Babbage, which is right here, is now going, oh, sorry, I have to save the table first. My bad. So right click, save the table, open up the client financial report, and now it's been updated and it's become red. So these are conditional formats that will automatically format based off of the values that have been given to them. So this is a really cool option for you to be able to utilize inside of the reports. Okay, so there's lots of other things that we can do in here, and we're going to make another form to be able to practice some of those skills. So make sure that you've closed everything inside there and saved it, but that was your client financial report.